What's going on, everyone? You did it. You made it to video number 8, the last video in my 8-part series on impactful communication on social media. For those of you who watched the previous videos, I hope you enjoyed them. We talked about Facebook and LinkedIn and Instagram. We talked about Twitter and YouTube and brand new apps like Clubhouse, and I guess it's not brand new, but TikTok, which is new-ish. And I know I promised you 8 different social media networks and tips on each of those networks of how you can be a more impactful communicator. But this 8th video is a little bit different because I believe that there are some of you who need to hear this message. And that is this: there are a lot of social media networks out there. But just because I named a lot like Facebook and LinkedIn and all of these different networks, I don't think you have to be on all of them. It can get overwhelming. Some of you, maybe who are brand new to social media in general, might be thinking, I don't know where I'd get started. Wade mentioned Twitter and YouTube and Clubhouse and TikTok, and I'm not on anything, or I'm only on Facebook, and how on earth am I going to have time to post on all of these different networks? And if that is your situation, I don't think you should be on all of those networks. Sure, in theory, the more social media networks you are on, the more people you can reach. Absolutely. But what happens much more often is that we hear that we should be in all of these different places. We should be on LinkedIn, and we should be on Twitter, and we should be on YouTube, and the list goes on. So we create accounts in all of these spaces, but we end up doing a somewhat lackluster job everywhere instead of doing a really good job on a couple social media platforms. And if I have to choose between the two, and if you have to choose between the two, I would suggest that you pick the latter. Choose a couple social media networks and get those dialed in. Figure out what you have to do to produce great content on those platforms and focus on your audience there. Be responding to comments that you receive. Ensure that you're giving that audience the attention and the love and the great content they deserve. And then once that's comfortable, once you've got that locked down, sure, then start adding in other platforms, other networks. But don't start off by creating all of these accounts and trying to do everything everywhere and then overwhelming yourself, because the result is that you probably are just going to want to give up and not do anything anywhere rather than focusing in and delivering great content. So that is my simple message to wrap up this series, because there are a lot of different networks, and I hope that these videos resonated to those of you who are comfortable with those other platforms, and maybe those who are already comfortable, who had heard about something like Clubhouse and thought, okay, that's one that I could challenge myself with, and I'm not going to be overextending myself by challenging myself to do that. So it's got to be that balance. Push yourself a little bit. Like anything with life, you always want to be striving to do better, to be more impactful in your communication. However, don't put yourself underwater with so much stress to be delivering on all cylinders on all of these platforms, because it's going to be an unsustainable way to go about. You want to make sure that you can be strategic, but do something that is actually something that you can achieve, a goal that is achievable. Because if you set something that is so far beyond that you have no chance of accomplishing, you may end up doing nothing. I hope this series was beneficial to you, the various tips we talked about. I hope that you have gotten value out of it. If you have, please subscribe to my channel. I love talking about impactful communication and ways that you connect with people on a deeper level, whether it's on social media, whether it's in person. Things like taking information from social media and doing something with it offline to be more meaningful. That is what I love. That's what I'm passionate about. If you know somebody who could have benefited from some of the videos in this series, make sure and let them know about these videos. Send them links to them. I would super appreciate it. Yeah, we'll go with that. I would super appreciate it. And comment below, like the video, engage with me, let me know what is on your mind, or maybe some things that I missed throughout this series. Also, let me know future series, other content you would like me to do. I am focusing on 8-part series throughout the year of 2021. I'm hoping to do 12 of them. We'll see how that goes. But I appreciate all the love and support, and we'll catch you on the next series.